Eric Delbert, owner of LEPD Firearms, says his mission is clear.
We want to get it right. We want to make sure that firearms are not put in the hands of criminals.
But the federal system that's supposed to keep guns out of the hands of criminals, Delbert says, is failing.
Is the system broken?
Absolutely. Absolutely, it's broken.
Delbert, who's also an officer,
You're a police officer.
Yeah, still.
has helped capture criminals, even a terrorist in his store.
He was here training other terrorists. He had just come back from Syria.
Officer Delbert says the system he relies on to catch criminals is so broken, bad guys are exploiting the gaps to buy guns.
Do you think you've sold guns to people who shouldn't have had them?
Probably.
Is that what keeps you up at night?
Absolutely.
Like all gun shops, Delbert and his employees are required to get a customer's identification.
Give me an ID that has a picture on it, as well as his current address.
Along with the form the customer fills out.
Or ATF 4473.
That information is entered into the National Instant Criminal Background Check System, or NICS.
So we should know instantaneously whether that person should own a gun.
But Delbert says that happens only 90% of the time.
10% of the time, the system comes back to us and says, you know what, we're not sure.
In those cases, there's usually a 3-day wait while NICS checks more records. NICS is then supposed to get back to the store.
A vast majority of time, we never hear a response from the system.
Never.
Never.
Which is important because
After 3 days, we can legally sell it to them.
in 2014, a man walked into Delbert's store wanting this.
It is a Smith & Wesson.
But that man had this protection order issued against him. His estranged wife made it clear why.
He has told me that he is going to shoot to kill me, then shoot himself.
He was also ordered to turn over his weapons.
There it is. He's not supposed to have a gun.
NICS should have flagged that and stopped the sale. It didn't.
The next day, the system brought back a proceed on that individual.
Whoa. So Proceed said,
He's good to go.
Luckily, the man's estranged wife also showed up here with a copy of that protection order.
had the estranged wife not shown up with the protection order, he would have gotten a gun.
Absolutely.
According to NICS, from 2014 to 2018, 19,319 guns were sold after a 3-day wait to people across the country who should not have gotten a weapon to begin with. That's an average of nearly 4,000 guns getting into the wrong hands every year.
Did you shoot him? Yes.
Dylan Roof should not have gotten a gun. He had a drug conviction, which NICS failed to catch. After a 3-day wait, Roof bought the gun he used to kill 9 people in the Charleston church massacre.
What kind of gun did you use? A Glock 45.
I can turn credit cards on and off instantaneously. But in 3 days, we can't figure out if this guy should own a gun? Seriously? In today's environment, it's unacceptable.
My wife, Fran, and I.
Ohio Governor Mike DeWine, who faced a crowd chanting for reform after the Dayton mass shooting, agrees.
Our law is based upon the belief that the record system is always there, and that if we run that person's background, if they've been convicted of a felony, or if they've got an outstanding warrant, that's going to show up. What we know, though, is that sometimes it does not show up. And so we've got to fix that system.
How important is this to you, Governor?
This is very, very important.
So important, Governor DeWine's top priority is to fix the gun gap. Under his plan called Strong Ohio, the governor wants all serious warrants and domestic violence convictions and orders entered into the national state and background check systems within 48 hours, something that far too often is not happening right now. I'm Chief Investigative Reporter Dwayne Pullman.